Okay, so all of this was way too long to be a cold intro, but this might be the cold intro, and just stick to the end, and then you can listen to all of this.
You ready?
All right.
Presented by Cedar Sinai. Shifty work into the box. And across, it's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring two podcast-certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Angela Morales, with my millennial... No, because this is a badge of honor, an elder millennial...
Yes.
Co-host Mario Salazar.
Yes.
We're big in our nostalgia feels tonight.
And definitely I will clip everything we just talked about at the end of this episode if you really want that context. But yes.
Yeah, we had a lovely conversation about what club culture was like, or like not even club, but like bar with a dance floor. Like it's specific.
Yes.
It's so specific. But anyway, we're here tonight, tonight, whenever you're listening, whatever, to talk about our upcoming match on Friday, April 18th against Gotham, dun dun dun, from New Jersey, New York. They play in New Jersey. They rep both New Jersey and New York. It's a whole thing. They're the Bats. I'm conflicted with my fandom because bats are my favorite animal, but obviously my heart lies with Angel City. Anyway, this game, we're kicking off at BMO at 7:30. So see you there. I will have stickers on me also for anyone who was hoping to pick up stickers. I have not shipped them out yet. There's been like life crisis happening, so I'm sorry. They'll get out hopefully this next week.
Yes.
But
anybody that we messaged, that we promised, they're gonna go out. They will go out. Just yeah.
Life's been lifing, y'all. But if you are unable to make the match, it will be streaming on NWSL Plus and on iHeartRadio with Isaac and Tracy. I didn't breathe at the right point. All of a sudden I was like, oh my God, there's no air. So if you can't make it to the game, make sure to listen to Isaac and Tracy. They're always a good time. You'll always find out good info. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. So I hope to see you there. It's Earth Day theme night and also Angel City Dodgers hat night. So you could either have purchased a special ticket if you weren't a season ticket holder, or if you were a season ticket holder, you could have purchased those hats separately.
Yes.
I bought 4.
You were limited to 4.
Shut up. Yes. I could technically make 2 more orders because it says the order limit is 3, but I have already fulfilled my seat allowance. I don't know, but I think there's a possibility I could order more. I'm not going to, but I could.
Yes. We have no clue if you can still order them, especially with the game being this week, but give it a shot if you really want one. I'll probably put a picture of it somewhere above our heads, and if you want to see it. But if you are a season ticket holder, contact your rep and they'll give you the link on how to order them and things like that. So
yeah.
There was a disclaimer that said, like, you know, I think there would be a possibility that they might not have enough at the time of the match, but then you would actually get yours afterwards or whatever. Like, they're just going to make you whole no matter what. Yeah. But I mean, it's going to be
I don't care. Hat. I have Angel City and I have the Dodgers until like October, November. So like, just get it to me before the end of the season.
Yep.
Ideally sooner rather than later. Right. Even though I'm a lot disappointed in the Dodgers right now, not because of what's been happening in the games, but what's been happening in general.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, and that's actually
bring that into Angel City.
It's an interesting conversation when we also talk about, like, you know, separating the
I don't do that.
Front office to the crest, right? Like that idea of like,
yeah.
But,
it's a
all right,
weird
another conversation. Yes. Game is on a Friday, right? Mm-hmm. So be aware that, like, you're going to be stuck in, there's going to be a little bit more traffic than usual, only because Friday night people are trying to get home. People are trying to get home so they can put on business casual wear to get to the club.
Honestly. And we talked about it in our little like pre-record sesh. I talked about going to Belmont Station that used to be in Belmont Shore in Long Beach when I was in college, which now is, I don't even know what it is now. It's like a restaurant. Like, it's depressing. But speaking of Long Beach, this is my segue. I'm very proud of the fact that I just did this. So we've got big things happening at Watch Me Sports Bar in the next couple weeks that we have to talk about.
Yep.
So go for it, please.
Watch Me has had party buses. Now, we first thought it was going to be, hey, they're doing party bus for the first home game, and then they were doing a party bus for the national team match at SoFi. And then we got a sweet little message, which we're not holding them to, and you guys don't hold them to, because life happens, business happens, but they kind of threw out like, what if it was for all home matches?
Yeah.
What? And so far, it kind of looks that way. So Watch Me is having another party bus that's going to be leaving from Watch Me. You get to party with a bunch of people on there. I think the pictures from the first one look pretty fun.
Oh my God, looked
like there was like 20, 30 people on there. You don't have to sit in traffic by yourself.
You don't have to drive.
I'm not saying you're going to avoid traffic. You're going to sit in traffic, but you're not going to be by yourself.
Yeah. That
and you get like drink vouchers, or you get like special things like when you're there, like, or when you're at Watch Me before you leave, all that good stuff. So if you're down in the Long Beach area, the South Bay area, that just south of LA, and you want to just ride with a bunch of really fun people, check out Watch Me Sports Bar, their Instagram page, their social media, their website, and check out how to reserve a spot. It's not anything crazy, and you get kind of food deals and drink deals, I believe. And so
they have all kinds of awesome stuff that goes down with the party bus.
And then speaking of other events, if you look at their calendar on their website, it is like chock full of like stuff. Like they are doing trivia nights.
It's amazing.
They're a full-fledged bar now. Like they were ramping everything up, and then they are just full on now. They have trivia nights, they have watch parties, they had Billie Jean King there. Unfortunately,
I lost my shit. Like, she's from Long Beach. She's a legend. Like, Billie Jean King is her. Like, she is such a legend across sport for women. And like, she's from Long Beach. She grew up there. Like, she's so integral to everything sports related in the city of Long Beach. And the fact that she still has such close ties to the city makes me so happy. And for her to be at Watch Me, like, I saw the videos, and of course, because I immediately burst into tears because I'm like, Jax deserves this so much.
And so I posted up the bus ride, and then Myrna messaged us being like, she was at the Final Four watch party.
Wow.
But left 30 minutes before Billie Jean got there.
No! Oh my God, that's so depressing. That's like the worst nightmare.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry, Myrna.
Yeah.
So sorry.
But with all of that, they're just doing amazing things down there. And one of them is that they're hosting a show called A Show of Our Own. And I believe it's a trading, like, memorabilia just galore.
Yeah, it's for collectors.
It's going to be a crazy It's going to be free from 11 to 5 on April 26th, which is a Saturday. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, Saturday.
So check out their stuff. I think you do have to register. It is free, but you have to register. I mean, crowd control, right?
Yeah.
You'll get a goodie bag.
You don't actually have to register, but if you do, like if you register ahead of time, like basically you're RSVPing, you get a goodie bag with like cards, coupons, doodads, all kinds of like free stuff. So the first time they're doing it, Watch Me is like the premier, like, yes, come here, do this, sponsor us. They actually already have a vending machine, like a sticker vending machine, but it's like for cards.
The old school one that you used to get like stickers or tattoos out of.
And you go, you get the little like cardboard paper, but they have NWSL trading cards, WNBA, hockey, like all of the different trading card like things are in there for women's sports. So they're going to be at this event as well, but they're going to have cards for sale, autograph stuff, posters, like memorabilia galore It's going to be so dope. I was talking to the person that runs it because they DM'd me and were like, would you guys want to talk about this? I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm super pumped for them. Super, super pumped.
Yeah. So check out Watch Me. Check out their website. Check out all of the stuff that's going on. If you really want a lot more details about this show in particular, check out Show of Our Own. So that's at Show of Our Own on Instagram and probably everywhere else to get more details. And like, there's just stuff coming out every day. So I think it sounds like a really fun thing. I still have a really hard time getting all the way down to Long Beach because
I know you're super far.
So far away, but yeah.
I'm going to try and make it. I don't know if I can because we got some family. I just looked at like our whiteboard calendar that event I have, and I'm like, there's something written up there and I don't know what it is because I'm far away. But this is so cool that they're doing this because it's the first time this is happening for women's sports specifically. It's not just like everything like trading card expo or something like this. It's focused on women's sports, and it's going to be great. There's going to be raffles that you get entered in like for buying stuff. So like by supporting the different vendors that are going to be there, you get entered into raffle. I have it on good accord that they will be raffling off tickets to an Angel City home game. So if you do not have season tickets, I don't know where the tickets are. I don't know anything about them. I'm just saying it's tickets to a home game. So if you need tickets to an upcoming home game, maybe show up. Just an idea.
Yeah.
Just a little idea.
Get yourself some cool stuff and possibly win some more cool stuff. So there you go.
Make new friends.
Yeah. And as we get more information about the event, we'll keep talking about it. It just sounds like a really fun thing anyway. So, I mean, if we could go, we would be there, and there's a possibility. So either way, it sounds dope. We're going to keep talking about it. All right, let's move into Chaos Award. There was a couple of things that I didn't watch all the games, but I think there's a couple of items that kind of came out from some of our games that I thought was really interesting. And I think that deserves its own Chaos Award. The first one is in the new, it's not in the CBA, but in the new, play, like the rules for the season, they introduced good behavior, cards. So, we all know, or if you don't know, you can get a suspension if you've accumulated too many yellow cards, right? So we all know you get 2 yellow cards, you get kicked out of the game. But if over the course of a couple games you have too many yellow cards, then you will earn a suspension. They introduced good behavior cards this year, or I don't know if that's the official name, but basically, if you're accumulating yellow cards, and then you go a couple games where you don't get a yellow card, but you and it doesn't count if you didn't play. Like if you played the game and you don't get a yellow card, you can actually get one of those yellow cards taken off your tally of accumulation.
I love this league. I love this league so much. Like,
and
this is so ridiculous, and it's perfect. It's perfect.
It's so like over the top. Like, but okay. Taylor Vincent has been tracking these since week 1, and they posted up on Blue Sky the new list, and I just love it. I'm gonna read it the way it is. Go check out Taylor Vincent on Blue Sky if you want to see it yourself in more detail. But it basically 10 new players joined the list with their very first card this past weekend. There's 58 players already booked. So there's 58,
which is a lot.
Which is a lot. Yeah,
that's 2 full teams.
Yeah,
or 2.5.
Individual players that actually have cards. There's we're almost at 60 basically. 3 players received their second yellow. 7 didn't play the requisite time, so their cards are still their cards. 13 players are now 3/5 of the way for a good behavior reduction. 18 are 2/5, and 17 are 1/5. So I guess you have to play 5 clean games in order to get a reduction. But I think all of that is just so ridiculous, but so fun.
I love it.
And then the other thing that came out this weekend is just a fun little stat about our own team, Angel City. All 7 goals that have been scored in our undefeated streak so far have been scored by players under 23 years old.
I feel ancient.
Yes. There's other things that make me feel ancient. This, I'm like, okay, God damn it. Yes. All right. So we have 3 goals by Alyssa, 2 by Riley Tiernan, 1 by Kennedy Fuller, and 1 by Macy Hodge that got her goal this weekend. So all 7 goals right now, under 23. The youth.
That's major.
That it's great because it's showing how talented these players are and how quickly some of them are adapting, right? Like Alyssa was fire when she first got here. There was a little bump in the road, but now she's getting back up there. Riley and Macy have been like really great acquisitions, and they've just been proving themselves just immensely. And then Kennedy, we knew that she's always been amazing, and then she's got that 1 goal so far, and we're only 4 games in, you know?
Yeah, they're really showing up.
They're showing up. We're not in this like really bad negative goal differential like we have been in the past years.
We're plus. We're on the positive side of goal differential.
I mean, we're no Orlando, but
that they don't count.
they
don't count at all.
I think they have a +10. I'm like, Jesus. Okay. All right, then. Real quick before we get into, I keep saying real quick, but it hasn't been. Before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of this, let's do the roundabout of the scores in the rest of the NWSL. So Portland beat Utah. Utah is still winless, one of the winless teams. We have Washington beating Louisville 2-0. Orlando beating Seattle 1-0. Kansas City beating San Diego 2-0. Gotham beating North Carolina 3-1. And then we have Chicago getting their first win 2-1 over Bay. So Bay FC. So yeah.
It's a weird start to the season for some teams.
It is.
It's a little funky. You've got us, Kansas City, and Orlando as undefeated teams, which is insane. 1/3 of that is insane. The other 2/3 were kind of expected.
Yeah, and yeah, then like it's very clearly one of those is not like the other, but
you never know.
But in technicalities, it is. So
exactly. And then Utah and North Carolina are still winless, which is bonkers to me for North Carolina. Not so much Utah, sorry, but like that's kind of we expected it. Chicago winning this weekend was big time. One of my good friends is a Bay FC season ticket holder. She's from Rohnert Park and like makes the drive down, but she loves Alyssa Nair, like always has, always will kind of thing. Like it's one of like her players. She's texting me this weekend. Is it bad that I want my team to lose so Alyssa can win? I'm like, she's had a rough start to the season. Like Chicago's been getting annihilated. Like she deserves it. And when they won, I was like, how you doing? She was like, I'm so happy for my girl. It was hysterical, but she's happy.
There's probably many conflicted fans when it comes to certain matchups.
Oh, absolutely.
As we're going to get to our dear Katie later on.
Yeah, as we're going to talk about Houston and our lovely Katie and how they struggle when it comes to Houston.
Yeah.
And then also when it comes to me against Gotham. So let's talk about it. So on Saturday, we matched up against Houston in Houston. We won 3-1. It was great. I was stressed the whole game. So like I wasn't. That's the thing. There was a stretch of, oh God, what are we doing? But the Utes.
Yep, the Utes.
They just showed up. It was so weird the way the shadow was on the pitch in Houston. I'm like, this has to be so hard. It wasn't
even like a shadow. It was like a dark square. There's like a dark square of like void and nothingness.
Like a void. Because when we scored in the 13th minute, I don't remember who took the first shot. It was deflected, came back, deflected again. Like it was like popped around the box a little bit. And then it felt like somebody hit pause for Houston and everybody stopped moving. And then Macy Hodge was just like, the ball is at my feet, boop, and like scored. And it was just like, oh, okay. I don't hate this. I'm not mad at it ever. This is exciting for her, especially. You get the first one out your body, and now everything gets a lot easier. And then 16 minutes later, Riley Tiernan almost did the exact same thing. It was like the same kind of like scurry in the box, and then it was just like from almost the same place, another goal. And it was like, we're up 2-0 at halftime.
Yeah. So
who do we think we are? I love it.
I got to see the first half. Second half was relegated to the kids watching the Aristocats. So
okay, but first I will accept that as a good reason.
But the first half, I will say that like it felt really good. It felt fluid, although there were those moments of, and I think that's just NWSL chaos at some point where it's like the ball's just gonna ping around, and that's not just NWSL.
That's just soccer.
That's soccer in general. Like once the ball pings around maybe once or twice, like it's just a pinball there. It's just gonna keep bouncing around till it either flies out or someone clears it. So of course that happened, but like in the build up to a lot of those things, I was like, okay, we're playing a little tiki taka here, like a little just kind of one touch ball. Like it felt very fluid because of the one touch. There was a lot of this like
there wasn't overthinking happening.
There wasn't overthinking. It felt very much like I know where you're gonna go. Let me kick it into the space. Let me kick it. Let me open up the field. Let me start moving it like left to right. Like there was a lot of, and it wasn't this building out the back type thing. Like it wasn't like, let's start passing it backwards. We were fast. Alyssa's ridiculously fast.
She's different. She's different this season. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I love it.
I was worried that she just played 2 games with the national team. Full 90 plus most of it, right? She got subbed out in the second one. But either way, she played all of that and then plays the full 90 here and is running like crazy. I'm like, dude, she is going to burn out. But then I remembered she's young. So maybe not.
In true millennial fashion, we don't recover like that anymore. We don't remember what it's like.
And then she's running like crazy, and then she runs in the 86th minute to score by her lonesome.
Oh my God, that goal. Hold on. Let me just say. So Houston, we came out of halftime. Houston scored in the 61st minute. And it was a moment after some subs were made on their end. We hadn't made subs just yet. Like, it was a little bit of like, they could taste the blood in the water. You know, it was one of those moments of like, oh, they scored and now the floodgates are open.
Yeah, 2-1's a dangerous scoreline.
Yeah, and it was really interesting to watch this team like lock in and watch Angel City really like settle themselves down. Like you felt the chaos, you felt the pressure from Messiah, from who was the other player? Oliveira is the one who scored, but it was Messiah and another player that were just banging, like coming down, and then MA would break it up, or Sarah or Savvy. Like it was just like everyone looked at each other at one point and said, "Nah, don't trip." Like our backline said, "Nah, don't trip. We got this," and held it down. And then Riley Tiernan's assist to Alyssa, who was unmarked, unseen, unknown. In no man's land somehow.
It's because of the shadows. She was in the shadows.
So. She was. Because in the first half, they couldn't keep Claire. They couldn't keep somebody on Claire. And like when she was like getting balls, like crossing balls into the box, like nobody was on her. Like why? Yeah. What is happening? It was weird.
They were letting them. Yeah, it was weird. It was almost like they were letting them, like their strategy was more like let them come in and then we'll go. I mean, they've got Paige. They've got their back line is just going to be like, look, we're going to be here. Let us handle this.
Yeah, but it was like, but Alyssa just shot down the line, and Riley passed her, and Riley was gassed. Like you could see, like towards the end of the game, she was struggling a little bit, like just being tired. That's partially rookie conditioning. That's partially just load management, and it was a bazillion degrees. By that point we're out of subs. Like,
yeah,
She gets the ball to Alyssa, and Alyssa just nobody. It was one of those, like, you know, when you're watching football and it's like not even it's like a Hail Mary, but not really, because there's no defenders there. They're just like, you see the ball, the receiver catches the ball and just trucks it to the end zone. That's what it felt like. And the crazy thing, and Alyssa talked about it, she was like, I didn't like that goal. Like, no, because I don't know if she misstepped or what, but Jane Campbell got a hand on it. And it like tipped and then hit the post and then went in. I'm not going to be mad at a goal ever.
Look, a goal.
But it was one of those where,
goal.
you know, she was just like, like and it's not even that it like, oh, it wasn't a pretty goal, but it wasn't like a sure-footed goal like that, you know, where you just know.
This one's not going on a clip reel.
But it should, because she was so alone. Like, that doesn't happen in soccer. The offside rule helps that not happen. You know, like, you don't have cherry pickers. You don't have somebody on a fast break that open most of the time.
But when you've got like legs of like the Roadrunner and you just blast off, like there was very clearly a speed difference between the back line and Houston and Alyssa. Like, there was times where like when both of them, like someone on the back line started running with her, they just got smoked. And like, it's whatever she's doing to condition, I need to learn, because my ass is so slow. Like, I am a definite, like, I like running, but it's very much like I am running to finish this thing, not to like
be free
sometime. Yeah.
You're not like a wild Mustang, like out in the boonies, just like running to run.
No, I'm the like old pony that like has been ridden too much, and I'm just trying to like make my way down the.
Oh my God. But anyway, we had a solid performance, even on some gassed legs late in the game. Like, our team showed up in a way that I don't think any of us like were really prepared for. Because there, like I said, there were times when it felt like Houston tasted it. Like they knew they were close to equalizing. They knew they could do it, and then they didn't. We didn't let them.
Yeah,
which is,
well, like I said, the 2-1 scoreline is a very dangerous one, because like it's close enough.
Yeah.
To be able to be flipped,
which we know.
Yeah,
as Angel City fans, we know. Even when they scored that. When Houston scored, my mom and I were watching the game together, and she was like, it's okay, we're still up. And I was like, no, I need more goals for satisfaction and for goal differential. Like, no, I need some sense of security. And she was like, okay, weirdo. And then that last goal, and she was like, I get it. Yeah. I was like, yeah, exactly. But after the game, Mario posted up on Instagram and in the Discord, hot and muggy can't stop them youths. We're still undefeated. How you feeling this fine Saturday? And per usual,
it really left you with a really nice, like, okay.
It did. It
and
felt
it was,
really good.
and because it was a central game, we got the like midday game, which the reason those shadows were horrible. But midday game means the game was over. You had the rest of your day.
I had a great rest of my night.
Yeah.
Cleaned my house, made dinner. It was a good time. But on the Discord, Ethan came in with his haiku saying hodgepodge goal, dash sleep, Tiernan high IQ, which I almost said haiku, like haiku, but high IQ. Queen, king, great game, little dicey. Which 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he mentioned 3 different players. I love this. Yeah. Ethan's haikus are fantastic. Katie, who we said is she's a huge Paige fan, and Jane Campbell. Not necessarily a huge Houston fan, but like big, the way we said, a lot of people follow players. Yeah. And Katie said, the cognitive dissonance inside me right now, with a laugh crying emoji. Go women's sports. I think Houston is still going to be a force to be reckoned with once they iron everything out. I think we're a step ahead of them in ironing things out, which I agree with. Honestly, we haven't had too much to iron out so far. I thought we were actually going to be tired because we started our international players. And then Cassandra came in and said, I'm just glad I'm not in that hot and muggy. Fun fact, hot and muggy was my stripper name. Cassandra has been a wonderful addition to the Discord. She's so silly. And
her energy is great.
I love it.
Okay, continuing on with our stuff. Janthony came in with, I think every team 5th and lower, because we're still in sole position of 4th place. So every team 5th and lower is a few ironing short of ready right now. Today we looked ready. Maybe not 90 ready, but ready. I think Sam had time to try out CP9, so fair, right?
Yeah, Casey Fair.
Yeah. I'm afraid she's going to turn 18 and run away because we never use her. Fabrice is the biggest thing holding Houston back, playing the right people at the wrong positions.
They also have had a lot of injuries. Just for the record, people are playing out of position because they need somebody. They need a body.
Basically what we were going through like 2 years ago. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious about Casey Fair because like that first season, she even says like I wasn't confident enough to play. I couldn't get myself there because she was so nervous.
Yeah.
And like we're 4 games in. Like everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay.
She'll get her start. I mean, she's definitely a lot more confident just in the way she's speaking and just in the way she's like looking on the
and
field.
In the way she's showing up for players who are like the folks who are on the pitch. It takes a lot to find your place like on the bench and as a sub or as like a backup player to know how to help the people who are in the action and not like have a chip on your shoulder about it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
So she'll get her moment. I bet she will. Okay, and then Jeff, I'm feeling good, better than good. This is looking like what has been promised for so long. H-Town stay down. This one I'm actually reading like first time. I haven't read this one. Our squad deserves so much needed Capri Suns and rest. Most of our starters were in camps or playing big minutes internationally during the break. The rest of the team grinds, and we go to hot and humid Houston, and we put the league on notice with a definitive win. Power rankings be damned. Put some respect on our name.
I want to be like, say that with caution, bro. Like we got some big games coming up, but at the same time, like, yeah. Like we've had the team on paper, like we've been saying, and everything isn't perfect, but like it's so damn good.
And I mean, I've seen that banter online too of like in the Reddit or some of the comments on Instagram, whatever, of like, well, we've had like a really easy lineup so far of matches. You know what?
I will take
a few
games to iron stuff out, get shit right. And like
but look, it was an easy lineup for, let's say, in Orlando. Let's say a Kansas City.
Yeah.
For a team that's been backwards and on the wrong end of the standings for the last 2.5 years, like, it doesn't matter. You know,
we won games.
We've been winning games. Like, we have points on the board. We're winning games, and we're winning games in a way that looks like we're figuring things out and looks like we're developing the way we need to. So
it's definitive. It's not like, oh, we won somehow, some way. We pulled that one out.
Yeah. They haven't been fluke wins. They've been comeback ties or definitive wins, which is what we're looking for. All right, and then we did have a few on Instagram coming back with us. So Max said, feeling great, gonna watch some more soccer because nice early match, you get to watch some more.
Max ended up watching like international soccer last weekend. He
had the whole I think he had the whole week off. He was saying that he had the whole week off. He's just gonna be watching. He got to watch the Arsenal match. He's like the first time in a long time, and Kay came in with, Zellum still should have started all day, every day. I'll die on that hill. Congrats to Hodge.
This is something I'm really curious about, how Macy Hodge and Katie Zellum are going to be like swapped in, swapped out kind of thing. I thought we would have seen more of Katie Zellum so far this season, but like, I don't know. I think this last game was Macy Hodge's like best game so far.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see like with Gotham, with the heavier hitters, you know, the teams that ran the table last season if we start Katie Zellum to kind of lock down the midfield. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I keep flipping these in my head. Is it a Hodge or Tiernan that has the temp contract? The one that only goes till June.
That's Hannah Johnson.
So not even the two players that I was thinking about. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both signed.
Okay. Well, then my theory has gone
That's
out the
also
window.
somebody we haven't seen, which I don't know, because she had a great showing in Coachella. So I don't know if it was just kind of like a filler spot or what, but
Just maybe some like backup. You know, it and one, you need to have the roster. There are
Yeah.
minimum roster rules, so you have to have a certain amount of base players. But then also, the same reason you want 3 keepers, like you need to have a little bit of depth.
yeah.
So
And I'm curious, since we signed a couple more people, and then our third keeper is a temp position, an injury filler thingamajiggy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's finish this recap.
Zach came in with flippin' fire. It's morphin' time with the soccer ball
Hell
emoji.
yeah, it's morphin' time.
And then Eric from
OSG.
the OSG from the Dash Dispatch, a good friend that we've met since last year, and we've done his show and stuff like that. He's like, well, we're not fine. LOL. Good game.
Yeah. He also messaged like, I'm glad we didn't bet on this, because if you didn't listen to the last episode, we had jumped on their pod, the Dash Dispatch, to pre-cap this game. It was a live watch along with the national team game, which was hysterical at the end of the show. Eric OSG, it's old soccer guy, which I love, but he was like, Ange, it's crazy because you have not looked at the screen, like our recording once. You're just like, hey, what's up? And just checked into the game. And we were having like deep conversations about players and team history and the league. And the whole time I'm just watching the game and I'm like, oh my God, like, because it was a second ahead of everybody. So it was a good time.
It was, I did not know what I was getting into. Yeah. I got there a bit late, and then I was just like, what are we doing here? Okay. But yeah, good on you, Eric, and thanks for chiming in. All right. Let's preview the match.
Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Gotham at BMO. Let's go.
Gotham at BMO. Big deal. This is going to be what I think is going to be like our first big test. Gotham won the championship 2 years ago. They've had a lot of turnover since then. There's been like scandal rumors, like all this kind of stuff, whatever. But they're starting to put it together. They've been dealing with some injuries. So like they're not a fully fledged Gotham right now, but it's still like. And
they're not national team 2.0 anymore. Like that.
No, like Tierna's out. Rose Lavelle's still out. They're having keeper issues. This was going to be like my next big thing is how injury is going to impact their play, because they got bit by the injury bug. Like Michelle Betos retired and is their like assistant keeper coach. And she is a temporary injury roster member now. And I'm like, what? Like, I saw the post and I
saw that. I was wondering what that was. It was like coming out of retirement for one game.
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe we see her again. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. I didn't have the time this week to like look into really like injury wise at Gotham and who's doing what and everything. But like Gotham's a contender. They have insane players. Like, I don't want to discount them. I don't want that to come off. Like, I think we are going to have a very good game. I think we are really coming into our own and stepping into like a new identity, which is really cool to see. But Gotham has their shit on lock. Like, they're okay. Even in this like weird injury wave they're going through. So it'll be interesting. So for Gotham, I just want to kind of like go over a few different players. Not a ton of detail, because I don't really know how they're going to like what am I trying to say? Like how much of an impact they're going to have, because it changes. You know, like every game's different. They're changing right now as a team, so everything is very fluid. In big soccer news, Midge Purse is back. Like that's big time. That's scary big time.
She wasn't signed, right? So like now that she's back, it's the fact that they like
they just waited. I think it was more like, yeah, she was a free agent.
She was injured, right?
Yeah, she tore her ACL.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's back. She subbed in the last game against North Carolina. No matter what, Midge Purse is a threat to your mental well-being, to your soccer well-being. Like, girl's a threat. Like, Midge will fight in that way. You know, like, it's one of those things where it's like, she's like, yes, and I am who I am. And, like, no shade to her, because I think it's dope. But as an opposing fan, no. No. You couldn't wait like a week and a half more. But no, I'm happy she's back for soccer. I'm curious how much playing time she's going to get, like what her minute regulation, whatever the word is, I'm trying to think, like how many minutes she's averaging right now, what the like comeback plan is for her. So we'll see. We'll see if she subs in at the end. We'll see if we're up like 7-1 and then it's no big deal. And that would be dope. Gabby Portillo is another like face to kind of know. She racked up a bunch of fouls in the game against Brazil at SoFi. I think she got carded. Like it was a big deal. We were like, dang girl, chill out. Like it's a friendly, calm down. But it's also like, it's a friendly, but it's the first matchup post Olympics against who beat you, you know, like, so it's like, ugh. But no, like she's fantastic. Esther is a permanent threat on that team. She had a brace last weekend and apparently was a menace the whole game. Like she is like, she's sleek. That's what it is. She's not like this big showy player, but she's just like pam, pam, pam in the right spot. Like she's just there. The way we say like Sid LaRue for big Angel City fans, like the way Sid just finds herself in the right place, that's Esther. Okay. But almost like more. And I don't like it because she's not on my team. You know, it's one of those things like if I were a true Gotham fan and not just like go Pats, I would love her. I love her. Like take her out of Gotham. Yes. 100% every day. Put her on the team that my team is playing against. Like, no, please sit down. You're sick. Like, no, you can't play today. And then last but not least, Emily Sonnet, because deep down, we all know I love defense. We all know I love a little chaos. And Sonnet is such a technical player. Like the way her brain works is so cool. Like in the off season, she like looks at all, like she and her trainers look at all the data that they collected of like training and, you know, patterns of passes and like where she was in the last season and say, okay, what do we need to work on? And that's what she like dials it in so deep. And I'm like, oh, to pick your brain. Be so cool. She also plays a very interesting role on a lot of the teams that she's on, the national team included, because she's super intense and she's locked in and she might not play every game. She might not start, whatever. I mean, now like she's wearing the captain armband, which makes me want to like weep. I'm so happy. But she's also someone who's integral to the well-being of a locker room. There was a time period on the national team where she said like, I'm the one who makes sure like where everybody's okay. And that's a big deal. That's a hard role to have, to be that person, to like not be the captain, but be like the locker room, like mom essentially. And really like figure out what players need to succeed and like show up for each other. And who
was that player before? They called her uncle.
That's a listener. That's different.
There we go. Different?
Sonnet is like this in the locker room. A listener helps you jump your car. Fixes a flat tire. Helps you like get into your apartment when you lock your keys. Like a listener is like your favorite uncle. That's why her nickname is Uncle. Emily Sonnet is like the person who fixes things in the locker room. Like she's the temperate management kind of thing. She's so cool. And like she's had a time in this league. She played at the Thorns for a long time, and like her connection to Gotham, that a lot of people who have been around the league know the lore is when she goes in to, I think she went to head to ball. I don't remember specifically the play, but it's when Kaylin Sheridan was their keeper. And there is a picture of Kaylin Sheridan like punching the ball, but the Emily Sonnet's face is just like, it's awful. And it,
oh no.
Yeah, it's one of those like, oh my God, Sonnet, are you okay?
What did it turn out to be, like a bad moment, or did it was
like a bad collision? Like it was like Kaylin Sheridan went for the ball, Sonnet did too. Sonnet and her gloves met.
Okay, but it wasn't like
is legit like
it looks worse than what it was. Like she got up, they continued play. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, nobody died.
Okay, nobody got stretchered off. Okay.
Yeah, but still, like Sonnet's just so cool, and she's like so intense, but also so silly. Like she has such attitude. I love Emily Sonnet. I have for a long time. It's a good time watching Sonnet play. Seeing her play at SoFi, like I hadn't seen her play live that close up in a long time. Like, yeah, we saw her play against Angel City, but it was one of those like, okay, go ahead kind of matches. But like to be able to cheer for her was so needed for both Eva and I. Big Sonnet household over here for a variety of reasons. And then for Angel City, I like struggled who to talk about this week, but I figured Angelina Anderson has shown up so big so far. I want her to have a clean sheet. Like I want her to, this game, I don't know what it is. I'm putting it out there. Big Ange to Big Ange, clean sheet. Like I'm going to give her extra wingspan. Something.
I agree. She deserves it. She's been so solid. It's one of those things where like we've talked about it too. The goals that have happened.
The PK that should not have been a PK.
Beyond that one. There were all the goals that have happened were goals where they were just like, well, shit, yeah, that was a goal. Like they weren't ones where you just went like, what the hell, like Angeline, like where were you? Like what were you thinking?
Yeah,
it was like she went for it. Like there was just, unfortunately, that's soccer. You're not going to get to it.
Exactly.
So I'm with you. I'm on that train. Like she needs
team clean sheet.
A clean sheet. She needs that clean sheet.
Yeah. And I mean, it's going to happen at some point. I would absolutely love for it to happen on Friday. This is going to be like such a good big matchup, I think, in general for their strikers with her, because she's such a presence already. She's already like it went from being like, can she handle the pressure? Like the first 2 games to being like, oh, damn. Yes. Like, okay. And it's like giving up a PK that shouldn't have been a PK, whatever. Like, okay. A PK is so hard to block in general. It's close range. You have to pick. There's no build up. You pick left, right, or up and down.
Yeah, it's definitely, once you get into the PK territory, the odds are in the shooter's favor. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's a short distance. The ball goes fast. Like it's,
yeah. It's a whole thing, but I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited that she'd gotten called up for a training camp position with the senior team. Like she's there. She's at the level she needs to be. I just hope that everything works in our favor this weekend. And then my second player that I want to talk about is Emma Vignola, because we love her. Like fan favorite, show favorite, like friend of the pod. She's a homie. Like MA is one of those players, like, and I've talked about it, I think, on previous seasons, which is wild to say, like, oh, in the first season, blah, blah, blah. Like, I will gush about MA because I think she's such a versatile player. And we have intel about like where she played in Tennessee when she was in college. Like she played in the midfield. She was a striker. Like you put her anywhere. Good luck. Good luck to the other team. It's a matchup from hell. And that's the best because if you're a menace, if you come out there and you can be just dropped anywhere and match up, okay. Like, oh, you need me to run the ball forward? You need me to be an offensive threat? Sick. Cool. Me too. Oh, you need me to lock down the midfield and maybe be another offensive threat? Cool. Me too. And like the willingness of a player to kind of be that adaptable is so, so, so important for when there's injuries, for when there's issues, but also when matchups change on the pitch. Like it's not like you're just like tied together. You don't have like a get along shirt with your opponent for each position.
To have the ability to switch up like defensive soccer IQ, like, being in the right place, closing the paths of travel, like all of that stuff, and then flipping it to an offensive, like finding the gaps, finding the holes, making your way through. That is a level of soccer IQ that like not a lot of players get or achieve because of the fact that they are so good at their position. Like you might have a standout defender or midfielder or whatever, but then as soon as the play flips, like they're almost useless. Not to say that like that's a bad thing, but it's just like,
or they're just kind of like fine.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's what was I watching?
It's like the idea. It's the idea of like your pitcher got injured, so you bring like an outfielder to like be the pitcher.
Position players pitching stresses me out. But like for me, I was gonna say like it's the kind of thing. Sue Bird was talking about this on a recent interview where it's like, yeah, you kind of like lock in what you need to improve on in the off season, between seasons, like when you're working on stuff to be like, okay, what do I need to look back at? When you're looking at your season and you're like, okay, I'm a offensive minded defender, but I'm a defensive minded offensive like player. Cool. Because you're such a like on a dime you're flipping.
Yeah.
And it becomes so natural to be able to switch back and forth when you're a player like MA, because you know that the second you strip the ball, you dispossess somebody, you instantly are on offense. How do I get it to my midfielders? How do I, how can I send a cross to somebody? Like, how do I get the ball forward? And to have that mindset and to have that like built-in strategy brain, it's something that's like not always teachable either.
Yeah.
Because, and like she played with Bunny Shaw in college at Tennessee. Like that's freaking huge. Like the stories we've heard of MA in college and who she played with, who she backed up with, it's like, what the hell? And now you play for my team? Sick. And that's the thing, like MA is so fun to watch because I feel like nobody knew who she was for a hot minute. Then she got a call up. I hope she gets another call up because she deserves another call up in my eyes because of her versatility. Like you see players on the national team like Crystal Dunn. She's a forward. She's a midfielder. She's on the wing. Like she's a left back, right back. Like, okay, that's how I see MA for us. Like she's just everywhere. She's fast. Like she's so decisive too in her passing. It's not just like, okay, here you go. It's like, no, the ball is for you. Do you want it or not? Here, there you go. It's very efficient the way she plays. I just like watching her play. It's fun. Like from day one, I was like, I like her.
Yes.
It doesn't hurt that she wears number 16, which is my mom's number, family number of like sports. We got 3s and 16s and 34 or 42 over here, which honestly, we're recording on Tuesday, the 15th. Happy Jackie Robinson Day, everybody.
All I can think of when you were talking about MA right now is the Roy Kent chant from Ted Lasso.
Exactly. Yeah, she's here, she's there, she's every effing where. Like she's MA. And that's the coolest thing. It's like when you have players like that, don't be mad.
Yeah.
Because they're the type of player that like locks in and just like goes into overdrive. It's like the kind of thing where you see like the Terminator, like mind, like you, like the way they're looking around, it's like radars and like beep, 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 beep. Like that's how I imagine soccer players see the pitch.
The more players that you can figure out that have that switchability, I think the more dynamic the team gets, right? And we're kind of seeing that. It's, you know, I'm not going to say it's across the board, something that we have, but I mean, you start seeing that. And I think by the virtue of just having those players here, you're going to be able to build up those skills. A lot of those skills are definitely a inherent kind of thing, like you said, but there's teachable moments and there's things that you can pass along. And the great thing about those type of players like MA also is that she can absorb the knowledge from that sector, right? So like if she's talking to a Gordon about like defensive moves and things like that, or like, you know, and then she's talking with like a Sid about like the offensive, like it's all being ingrained and it's all being added to the playbook. Like it's, and it's very active in her brain, which is a great thing to see. It's amazing to see. And for me, especially that like first year, like amazing to see like her and then June. Most of the time, like June, I was supposed to be like just straightforward, but then she was always being played in the back. But she was being played in the back because she was being played as like a winger, like just someone that just ran up the sides. And her and MA did that.
Oh,
really
it's beautiful.
Well.
It
was beautiful. So, I mean, we're getting close to June coming back too. So
June's back training with the team. Allie Riley's running without pain. What is happening here? This is amazing. But yeah, there's good stuff on the horizon for Angel City, and I really think we're going to show up on Friday and just really have a good game. I think the team's locked in. Like, it's so much easier to lock in and play well when you're doing well. And this is a relief of a season for the players right now. I can tell you that as somebody who's been on losing teams multiple times. Like, when you're down, the whole team's down, and it's so hard to be like, we can still win. Like, we're not bad. We're just struggling. It's so hard to get out of that. But when you're not, and you got a little win streak going on, you've got like, games that ended in a draw, so you didn't lose. Like, that's a big relief, especially the way last season started. This is like the complete opposite. Like we said, Gotham's going to be a matchup regardless. They're the kind of team that just shows up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at our history.
Yeah. Yeah. Our history with Gotham, we've won once, we've tied once, and we've lost 4 times. So, yeah, I would love to add another number to one of those columns, either win or draw, not a loss. Don't drop the game. Just, I will be happy. I will be ecstatic if we win. I will be pumped if we draw. Genuinely, like I'm okay with either of those two options. Preferably a win, obviously. 3 points is 3 points, but it will take a draw against a tough team.
Complete side note. Something that grinds my gears.
Uh-oh.
Because Angel City posted this. It's win, draw, loss. It's not a win, loss, draw.
In my head, it's really hard because I say win, lose, or draw, like the TV show or the game.
Okay.
Do you remember Win, Lose, or Draw?
Vaguely.
Yeah, I didn't watch it that much, but it was on TV.
It's win, draw, loss. It's most points, middle points, no points. Like, no. And they posted up a graphic that had like our home record and our away record, which is 1 draw and 1 win for each one. But it went 1-0-1, and I'm like,
no.
Oh.
It's 1-1-0.
Yes.
I know, but it looked cooler the other way. And if we're going to be marketing FC, we're marketing FC till we die, regardless.
Oh my God.
But,
it just drove me insane. Okay.
But games on Friday.
Note. Yes. Games on
see
Friday.
BMO.
So yes, games on Friday. The 18th against Gotham. It's going to be at BMO, 7:30 p.m. kickoff, which means get there as early as you can, especially, like I said, with Friday traffic. People are going to be going home from there. Like, you're going to be just messing with lots of people in the area. The game will be streaming on NWSL Plus. If you can also listen to the iHeartRadio, again, like I've done it a handful of times. It's always a great experience. Sync up your iHeartRadio broadcast, maybe on your phone, or like throw it on an iPod, a HomePod or something like that, and then have the streaming game and kind of sync them up. And then you can get Isaac and Tracy as your TV announcers. It's amazing.
I almost want to see if I can have them in my ear during the game. But I feel like Wi-Fi, data, everything in BMO is awful.
It's not that. It's the weirdness of, like, even though iHeart is a streaming
it's a delay
station, there's still a delay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is, and I'm surprised we don't have, like, Angel City's not doing it. And I don't even know if LAFC is still doing it in the stadium, but there was a thing last year or maybe 2 years ago. There was like a company that came out with an app that was like in stadium live streaming, where like it would only activate if you were within the stadium, and you can get annoyingly, it was the TV broadcast. I wanted to get the radio broadcast, but you get the TV broadcast live with what's happening. So that, like, if you wanted to hear what was going on, you'd get those which
everybody does.
Yeah, you'd get those announcers being able to talk in your ear and stuff like that. And they were giving out free headphones and stuff like that. And the headphones are the wrong plug, and iPhones don't have plugs anymore. So like, I'm like, I can't use this. I tried it once. It worked. I just don't like the TV announcers.
That's fair.
I like the radio announcers for both Angel City and LAFC. So there you go. Also, it's going to be Earth Day. That's the theme night, and it's going to be the ACFC Dodgers hat night. Again, remember, it's a special ticket giveaway. It's not a gate giveaway, so you're not going to get one if you don't have that special ticket. If you are a season ticket holder, you can always contact your season ticket rep and purchase one through them separately. And you get a certain number that you can buy. I think it's 4. Angela,
I think it depends on how many seats you have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Contact your rep if you want one. All right. So if you've been listening to us this long, and you're going to listen to the little extra bit after this, you probably like what you hear. And if so, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Go to casualfc.com for all the pod links, anywhere it's going to be. Apple, Spotify, Amazon. It's actually on there. Where are the other apps? There's other apps out there. We've checked the box everywhere. We're also on YouTube, so you can check us out at youtube.com/@casualfcpod. Follow us on socials at casualfcpod on all of them, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And then we are at casualfc.com on BLUESKY. So you have a ton of ways to find us. And there's a ton of ways to listen to us. Mm-hmm. With all of that, hey, come join the Discord. We have a fun Discord. As you see, there's a bunch of responses from it. It's a fun place to just kind of chat and banter with a bunch of people, like-minded casuals, and it's always a good time. We did one kind of live stream hosting of like, we did a group
Discord
watch.
has voice channels. We essentially did a group watch along for the Portland game. We were going to do it this last game, but I couldn't do it. Katie could, like, those of us who would have been there like couldn't, so we were like, fine, I guess we'll just type. Like,
but it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I think we'll probably be doing that again for one of these away games.
Absolutely.
So come join us. If you can't find the link to the Discord in any one of our socials, then just DM us in any one of those apps, and we'll send you a link to get on there. And if you want to support the pod, best ways, always share, like, comment on any one of our posts or on the actual streaming platforms. Give us a review. do all that good stuff. Engagement, that's, we know the name of the game. You can always grab some merch. We have some fun stuff at shop.casualfc.com. There's shirts, there's glasses and mugs and cool stuff. We have our Lego built better shirts. Like I'm waiting for mine. So yeah. And then if you want to help support us and you don't want stuff in your house, you can always help us out by buying us a coffee in our link on all our socials, or buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's an easy way for you to throw us a buck or two and help us keep going with what we're doing. It's always much appreciated. And, any one of these ways is always much appreciated. And as always, tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. We bank that good luck and we send it to the team. We're going to be at home this time, so it's going to be a real easy shipping. And yeah, so thank you, everyone. We'll catch you at BMO.
See you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I forgot what I was going to say. like I need one of these like millennial clubs to happen out here, because let me get off work at 4:30. I'll be there by 6. I'll eat a snack in between. I'll hydrate. I'll like down a Gatorade or something. And then I just want to like lose my mind. I want, like I said,
and be done by 11.
I want to be done by 11. I want to be home by 11. That's the thing. Oh. So that we like last call is at 10. Lights on at 10:30. We out. We home by 11. I'm tucked in, all cozy. I'm like jumping in the shower because I'm so sweaty. Like the thing, like so many of these kids don't realize, like we were so sweaty in our business casual clothes. Like, man, what a time. Even Eva tonight was like, you just want to wear what, like a pencil skirt and a blazer and a little swishy shirt. I said, and a statement necklace with peep toe heels and leggings. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to straighten my already straight hair so it's stick straight, so that when I leave, it's just like kind of straight. A time was had. People are jealous. Not my fault.
Oh, yeah.
I had a grand old time.
Oh, yeah. I've been going down rabbit holes of 90s and early 2000s, like club DJs, things like that. Like I've probably a couple hundred views that I've added to this thing. But it's a who's the other guy? Richard Humpty Vision, Bad Boy Bill, like reunion concert that they did. And it's like,
please send it to me.
It's like an hour-long set.
Please
it's
send it to me.
Fucking amazing. And the whole time I can like imagine the Florentine Gardens ad in the middle of it.
Like that's the thing. Like you didn't stop because like you don't know what it's like to like be totally in the moment with a song and just being like, this is the best remix I've ever heard. And then it's like DJ, like, and it's like this like override of like, what is this demon in this song? And you just like, it just becomes part of the song.
Yeah.
I need to go down like a Felly Fell rabbit hole, because like DJ Felly Fell, that's
So do you remember Power Tools on like late night Friday nights? Yeah. You can find like actual radio mixes of Power Tools on YouTube.
No.
Yeah. That's what I work.
This is the best discovery. Oh, okay.
I'm like, I work to listening to this.
This is about to be so clean. This brain, I'm about to be working out like it's 2007
with radio shout outs and promotions for clubs.
Oh my god.
I'll send you a couple.
Yeah. Shout out to Belmont Shore and Belmont Station. RIP, we miss you. Shout out to legends, but specifically Belmont Station in Long Beach, which flooded, turned into a different restaurant, all kinds of stuff. Belmont Station saw some things circa 2006 to 2011. And I will forever hold it safely in my heart.